Have you noticed something strange lately? Across the US, students aren't just searching math help anymore, they're typing best AI for math. In fact, this single phrase has exploded on Google and TikTok, reaching millions of searches in just months. But why? What's happening in classrooms, homework sessions, and exam prep rooms that's pushing students to turn from teachers and tutors to artificial intelligence? Today, we're diving into how AI is quietly taking over the way American students learn math, what's driving this massive shift, and what it means for the future of education. For decades, math has been one of the most feared and frustrating subjects for U.S. students. According to the National Assessment of Educational Progress, only about 1/4 of 8th graders are proficient in math. Year after year, students lose confidence, parents hire tutors, and teachers battle to keep up with huge class sizes. The result? A generation of learners overwhelmed by formulas and frustrated by failure. When the pandemic hit, the situation got worse. Remote learning made it nearly impossible for teachers to give individual attention, and many students started slipping further behind. The learning gap in math widened faster than in any other subject. Imagine sitting at home, staring at a screen, confused by algebra or geometry, and realizing there's no one to explain it right away. That's where desperation met innovation. Students began turning to technology not for entertainment, but for answers. They discovered tools like Photomath, ChatGPT, Mathway, and Khan Academy's AI assistant. These apps could instantly solve problems, show step-by-step explanations, and even adjust difficulty levels. What started as casual help quickly became a quiet revolution. For the first time, students weren't waiting for school to learn. They were learning whenever they wanted. That's the beginning of the best AI for math trend. It's not about laziness or cheating, it's about control. Students want faster help, personalized guidance, and instant feedback, something traditional homework systems rarely provide. So, what exactly happens when you open one of these AI tools? Let's take a look behind the scenes. Modern AI math tutors use machine learning models trained on millions of solved equations, patterns, and explanations. But more importantly, they adapt to the student's behavior. If you get a question wrong, the AI doesn't just mark it incorrect, it studies why you got it wrong. Maybe you rushed. Maybe you misunderstood a concept, or maybe your foundation from an earlier grade is weak. The system then builds a custom learning path for you, much like a private tutor would. You might see more questions on fractions if you're weak there, or step-by-step help with trigonometry if that's your weak spot. It's not one size fits all, it's you-specific learning. Some advanced systems like Socratic by Google and Khanmigo by Khan Academy even use natural language understanding to chat with students, explaining problems conversationally, almost like having a teacher in your pocket. For example, if you ask, "Why do I have to find the slope before solving this equation?" It won't just give you the formula. It'll explain why that step matters. That's the difference between memorizing math and understanding it. AI tutors also use spaced repetition, revisiting older topics at just the right time so you don't forget them. Combined with real-time progress tracking, students can see how they're improving week after week. And perhaps the most powerful feature? Confidence building. When students get instant feedback and see small wins, they stay motivated, something that traditional homework almost never achieves. So, why are American students leading this AI for learning revolution? The answer lies in 3 powerful forces: academic pressure, digital culture, and accessibility. First, let's talk about pressure. In the United States, students face constant testing, from standardized state exams to SATs, AP classes, and college readiness benchmarks. Schools measure performance through numbers, not understanding. This has created an environment where learning often feels like a race against time. Students are desperate for anything that saves hours of confusion and turns frustration into clarity. AI tools do exactly that. They provide instant, personalized support at the exact moment a student gets stuck. Second, there's digital culture. Gen Z has grown up with technology. They don't separate life from screens. To them, using AI for help is as normal as using Google Maps for directions. Whether it's ChatGPT for explanations or Photomath for scanning problems, AI fits naturally into their learning rhythm. The stigma that used to exist around cheating with tech is slowly fading, replaced by a new idea: learning smarter. Third, accessibility. Traditional tutoring in the US can cost anywhere from $40 to $100 per hour. That's a luxury many families can't afford. AI tools, on the other hand, offer 24/7 access for free or at very low costs. For immigrant families or first-generation students, this is transformative. AI becomes the equalizer. Suddenly, everyone, regardless of income or background, can get the same quality of guidance once limited to the wealthy. It's no surprise, then, that searches like "Best AI for Math" are skyrocketing. These aren't just random clicks. They're students actively seeking a better way to learn. The United States is witnessing the birth of self-directed education, powered by artificial intelligence. For many years, math anxiety has been one of the biggest obstacles to student success. Studies show that nearly 60% of American students experience stress when facing a math test. The problem isn't just fear. It's a belief that "I'm not a math person." But what if AI could change that mindset? AI tutors don't judge, don't get tired, and never lose patience. They allow students to try, fail, and retry without embarrassment. This emotional safety makes learning math more approachable. When students start getting answers right, even with guidance, they rebuild confidence. And once confidence rises, performance naturally follows. Take, for example, a student using an app like Khanmigo. If they make a mistake, the AI doesn't say, "Wrong." It says, "Let's try another way." This subtle change in tone makes a huge psychological difference. It teaches persistence rather than perfection. AI also introduces gamified learning, turning math practice into challenges, levels, and rewards. Instead of boring worksheets, students engage in problem-solving missions. Every correct answer earns points, badges, or feedback that feels rewarding. This shift transforms math from a chore into a challenge. And that's exactly what keeps students coming back. But perhaps the most powerful thing AI has brought is personalized pacing. In traditional classrooms, students move at the same speed, regardless of how ready they are. With AI, students set their own rhythm. If they need to repeat fractions 10 times before moving on, they can. If they grasp calculus quickly, they can skip ahead. For the first time in modern education, learning adapts to the student, not the other way around. The result? A growing wave of students who not only understand math, they enjoy it. Now, here's the big question everyone's asking. If AI can teach, what happens to teachers? The truth is, AI isn't replacing teachers, it's redefining their role. Teachers are no longer the only source of information. They're now becoming mentors and facilitators. Instead of spending hours explaining the same concept to 30 different students, teachers can use AI to handle repetitive practice. This frees them to focus on higher-level skills: critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving. Imagine a teacher who can instantly see which students are struggling with algebra or geometry through AI dashboards. They can personalize lessons, provide targeted support, and use class time more effectively. AI doesn't remove the human element, it amplifies it. In many schools, teachers are starting to embrace tools like ChatGPT, Khanmigo, and Classroom Copilot as co-teachers. These systems track student engagement, identify weaknesses, and even recommend lesson plans. Instead of fearing AI, forward-thinking educators are learning how to collaborate with it. The biggest shift is emotional. AI can guide logic, but teachers inspire belief. That human connection, the moment a student feels understood or motivated, can never be automated. The most successful classrooms of the future will be AI-assisted, human-led. So what does all of this mean for the future of learning? We're witnessing the birth of a new education model, one that blends artificial intelligence with human guidance. Classrooms are becoming digital ecosystems where students learn through adaptive software, discuss concepts in real time, and receive feedback in seconds rather than days. AI isn't just solving equations, it's analyzing how each student learns best. Some students retain visual patterns, others respond to verbal cues or hands-on examples. Advanced systems like Khanmigo, Google's Learn LM, and ChatGPT-powered study platforms can already detect these patterns and adjust explanations automatically. Imagine a world where every student has a personalized AI tutor available 24 hours a day, tracking their goals, strengths, and weaknesses like a fitness coach for the brain. Instead of falling behind, students grow continuously. The AI recommends what to review, predicts when a topic will be forgotten, and refreshes it before that happens. This is proactive learning, and it's unlike anything education has ever seen. But the future isn't just about AI teaching students. It's also about students teaching AI. As millions of learners interact with these tools, they provide data that helps AI improve. The more students learn, the smarter the AI becomes, creating a feedback loop of collective intelligence. Universities are already taking notice. MIT, Stanford, and Arizona State have launched AI-powered study assistants for incoming freshmen. Instead of replacing professors, these systems prepare students before they even enter class. The result? Shorter lectures, deeper discussions, and more confident learners. If this trend continues, education could become fully personalized, affordable, and accessible to anyone with an internet connection. That's not science fiction. It's already happening. Of course, every revolution comes with risks, and the AI in education boom is no exception. The biggest concern, overdependence. When students rely on AI to solve every problem, they risk losing critical thinking and problem-solving skills. True understanding comes from struggle, from mistakes. If AI removes that struggle completely, learning becomes shallow. Then there's data privacy. Every time a student uses an AI app, it collects information about performance, learning habits, and personal data. Without strict regulation, that data could be misused or sold. Parents and schools need to ensure that privacy and transparency are protected as AI grows. Another issue is equity. While AI makes learning tools more available, not every student has equal access to reliable internet or modern devices. The danger is a new digital divide, not between rich and poor schools, but between those with tech access and those without. And finally, there's the human connection. AI can explain how to solve a quadratic equation, but it can't look a nervous student in the eyes and say, "You can do this." Emotional support and empathy are the heartbeat of education. No algorithm can replace that. The challenge for the next decade will be finding balance, using AI to enhance learning without letting it define it. The surge in searches for best AI for math isn't just a passing trend. It's a reflection of something deeper. It's proof that students are tired of feeling lost, and they're ready to take control of their education. Artificial intelligence has opened a door to personalized, confident, and self-paced learning. But with great power comes great responsibility. The future of education will depend not on how smart our machines become, but on how wisely we choose to use them. As we move forward, one thing is certain. AI is no longer just a tool for the future. It's the new partner of every student today.